So hi Rocky, this is a recent conservation project we worked on, this lovely round tower in Clones in County Monaghan. It had its challenges in terms of lighting, and I was wondering if you could just describe the brief and what those challenges were.
Okay, yeah, no, it's a conservation project where we had to illuminate the tower. Now, the two critical issues we had were the location of the light fittings and the surrounding residential amenities and homes. So because it's a conservation and a listed graveyard, we weren't allowed to dig it up or put any lighting close to the tower. So if you just drop down to the slide there, which gives us the location of the light fittings on the plan, there we go, is that the surrounding outer dots are where the lights could only be mounted. And that varied from 20 meters to 40 meters. So when you look at the right-hand side on this slide, you can see that the tower is punctuated with light. Now the problem, this is just using a conventional 6-degree beam on the light fitting. Now what happens there is you get a sort of an intense light over a certain amount of the area of the tower. And then you also get spillage of light that shoots on beyond the tower. So if you just drop down to the next slide, what we can see here is we introduced a very specific linear lens. And what happened and how this lens works, you can see that the whole tower is illuminated, but you can see as the light comes from the various different locations, it's a very, very narrow beam. And the idea behind this is that it hits the tower, but doesn't go beyond the tower. So the location of the light fittings was a challenge, and then no spillage on the nearby homes was a big job. And this image shows that very well. So you can see in the background there a couple of houses, and there's no spillage of light on it. So the intensity light, the control of the beam, and the location of the light fittings have all successfully illuminated the tower without having a problem with the neighbours.
Yeah, that looks fantastic, Rocky. And why do you think there seems to be a movement behind lighting up certain monuments and certain structures in different towns? Why do you think this is? And have you worked on many other projects like this?
Well, yeah, no, I think there is a greater awareness of the history of these different buildings. And with the advent of LED, it becomes a lot more conservation sustainable to be able to illuminate these buildings without using huge amounts of power, and then having them controlled that they're on sort of dusk till 10 o'clock or 12 o'clock. So I think it's a combination of awareness, and there's a company of pride, and there's also the advantages of the sustainability with using LED products, which I suppose are the main drivers. There is an image there when this isn't illuminated, it's next to near impossible to see the tower at night. So it's, you know, I think it's pride that these towns are now having, and more of an awareness of how you can create a destination of interest by having them well lit.
Great, thanks, Rocky.